word iconic, and it really is. Phantom of the Opera has turned into this iconic, mega musical of our time, of our generation, really. The score's iconic. The music of the night, All I Ask of You. I mean, these songs have been plucked from the show and have been recorded, hundreds of times over. Favorite song of the show and what it means to you, and why?
Hear me?
I think Music of the Night's my favorite song of the show. I think that song in itself sums up the entire show and the journey between the Phantom and Christine. I think it has all the elements of what we hope to successfully portray in the show. And I think that's kind of Andrew Lloyd Webber's best work as far as that goes, is that it tells the whole story in one song. Yeah, I think that's kind of rare in musicals in general to have something that well written. Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming that's great.
I don't know. I mean, I think my favorite song to sing. People ask that a lot. Of Christine's like, what's your favorite song to sing? And that changes all the time. Sometimes I'm like, oh, think of me right now, because it feels really great and it's fun and it's lighthearted and I get to smile. And sometimes it's swishing because it's more emotional. But I think in the show, I probably Music of the Night as well. Also because it's the one chance that the Christine has really to just stand on stage and not be singing or falling or running or it's like the one chance that we get to just stand and be present on a Broadway stage with usually someone that's always someone that's just absolutely incredible across from us. Like currently it's Norm Lewis, and I have a lot of those moments where I'm like, Norm Lewis is singing to me on a Broadway stage and I'm looking at him, and that's so it's also another moment for that sort of to hit you, because we can be just still and listen, and it is such a beautiful song, and it's great.
Mine is a really weird one, but I love doing Final Lair. It's one of my favorites to perform, and it's one of my favorites to listen to because there are so many different things that you can do with it, where it's very hard, a lot of people, it doesn't stay the same each time, and so every version that you hear of it, it's always going to be different. And I love that, which is also why I really like Prima Donna too, because every time you listen to it, you hear something else. And so that's really also, I think, why Phantom has stayed so relevant for so long, is because it's so adaptable, and it's every time you listen, you hear something different.
Yeah. I heard Norm Lewis's name you put out there, and of course Norm Lewis made history back in May when he became the first African-American Phantom on Broadway. For the ladies in our group, what's it like playing opposite Norm Lewis? And I just have to add my 2 cents. I was there on his opening night, and Andrew said it was going to be like this, Andrew Lloyd Webber, and it was. It played like a rock concert.
Yeah.
It's thrilling. It's a different show, and all the more reason why people should go back to it. But what's it like playing opposite him?
He's such a strange mixture of incredibly sexy and powerful, but also really sort of paternal and gentle, which is something that Phantoms usually fall into a category of they're more of the gentleman, sort of Fred Astaire type, or they're more of the earthy Gene Kelly kind of it's sort of like that, and Hugh Panara was a little bit more of the suave kind of, who was my first Phantom. And so, but Norm is there are moments that it's really, he's very scary, and I'm genuinely scared. And then there are moments that he's really gentle and sweet, and he's just, it's unique to have that sort of array of what he can do, and also his voice. His voice singing Music of the Night is also just because it's always totally different. He'll do things that I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing, and he just did it because he was like, I'm going to try this tonight.
He's a rock star.
He's totally a rock star.
How about you?
Yeah, I would say, I agree with all of that, and then to add the energy that he puts out is so easy to work with. He gives you so much to work with, because he himself is he just emotes so much. And so, yeah, it just makes it easy. It makes it like more natural. He's very, very good at that, at making it seem just natural.